What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out some brand new hero support that just got revealed. This of course is going to be released in the next Legendary Duelist for the TCG, which will come out I believe January 2020, so we'll have our hands on these in just about 3 months, not that long. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the Fusion Monster first. This was the card that I was the most excited about of this new hero support. This is Elemental Hero Sunriser. It is a level 7 light attribute warrior monster. It's fusion based, of course. You've got 2500 attack and 1200 defense on this card. It requires 2 hero monsters with different attributes, so that's actually not that difficult. Stratos is wind, Solid Soldier is earth, Shadow Mist is dark. The attribute pool of heroes is kind of all over the place, so I don't really think that that's going to be an issue. It must be fusion summoned, and your first and third effects are both hard once per turn. First effect says if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Miracle Fusion from your deck to your hand. Second effect, all monsters you control gain 200 attack for each attribute you control. Third effect, when your other hero monster declares an attack, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. This card is absolutely magnificent in my opinion. Number one, you can make an argument that this card kind of replaces something like Vision Hero Adoration because the summoning conditions are kind of the same. You are giving up a little bit of attack, but the second effect kind of makes up for that. And to me, this card just has a much higher ceiling than something like Adoration. I think that the Miracle Fusion Add effect is absolutely amazing. That would definitely make me run 1 copy of Miracle Fusion, considering that I have access to it anytime I summon this card. A lot of times I see hero players, they are going for the Hero Link 3. They have more than enough extra monster zones to be able to drop this guy and then go Miracle Fusion and probably add, I don't know, anywhere from 2500 to 3000 extra damage just by using the Miracle Fusion. I also really love the third effect where if another hero monster attacks, you get to blow one of your opponent's cards up. Chances are you're going to be looking to push for game, and that's going to be a monster. But if your opponent is unlucky and maybe they don't have a monster on field, of course you can just, go after one of their back rows. Or if it feels like, maybe the monster is just not going to be that important, you can obviously target that. To me, this is a card that is tailor-made for going second. It feels like it adds so much more damage. Getting that extra fusion for free, getting a little bit more damage. Like, let's just say that you have 3 attributes on the field, each monster gaining 600 attack. That is going to make a difference. That's 1800 potential more damage. And then, of course, it does have built-in removal. This card's fantastic. I don't really see a reason why hero players would not run this. Anyways, the next card is strangely enough an equip spell for heroes, which who expected that? It's called Favorite Hero. It's an equip spell, as I said earlier. It says equipped only to a level 5 or higher hero monster. Translation, you're going to use this on your fusions, or I guess you could use this on plasma, but those are basically like the main targets for this card. It says if you control a card in the field zone, the equipped monster gains attack equal to its original defense. Also, it cannot, or your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Effect number 2, at the start of the battle phase, you can activate 1 field spell directly from your hand or deck. Effect number 3, when the attacking equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can send this card to the graveyard. It can make a second attack in a row. Okay, so you look at the first effect of this card and it definitely screams OTK, kill your opponent, basically end the game during that battle phase. You equip this to something like a Vision Hero Trinity. Trinity will inherently become 5000 attack just because of its effect, but with this card it would make Trinity go up even 2000 attack in addition to that. So your Trinity would have 7000 attack. It'd almost certainly be able to kill your opponent because it can attack up to 3 monsters. So that's obviously pretty cool. And this card does let you activate a field spell directly from your deck at the start of the battle phase. So getting the field spell on the field is not going to be a problem. It also, if you don't want to use it with Trinity, does give you the ability to attack twice if you run over one of your opponent's monsters. You just give up this equip spell and then you can just go ahead and attack again. It can be an attack on a monster. It can be an attack directly with whatever, situation you're in. The real problem that I kind of have with this card is what field spell are you running in Heroes? Because historically, like, Heroes have really only ran a couple of field spells like competitively in builds, but they haven't ran those cards since like the GX or the very beginning of like the 5Ds days. Those were like Skyscraper and Skyscraper 2. And obviously, I don't need to tell you guys that those cards have been power creep to hell and back, so we're not looking to run those in 2020 because they're just not up to the meta standards. But, if Konami has another field spell in this booster set that's supposed to work with Favorite Hero that they just haven't revealed yet, okay, then maybe we might actually get somewhere. But if we're just supposed to run like some random field spell or one of the old crappy hero field spells, then I feel like Favorite Hero just isn't going to work because then we're just adding like potentially bad cards to our deck on the off chance that this combo actually comes to fruition. And it's already a little bit of a long shot considering, to my knowledge, it's not really like searchable, right? Like here, Favorite Hero is not searchable within the hero deck, and I kind of feel like this is a go second kind of card, and I think that Sunriser already gives you all the avenues to kind of go second and pop off and kill your opponent anyways, and it doesn't really require you to add any bad cards into your deck. I think the one Miracle Fusion is perfectly fine. So I feel like Sunriser probably does what this card does, but just kind of like better and more consistently. But again, if there is a new field spell in this set that's like really good, then obviously my opinion is going to kind of change. Lastly, we have a new hero trap card, which when I saw it was a trap, I was like, I don't know about this, man, because I don't even think that heroes are playing traps right now. I think the only one that they'll even entertain is Infinite Impermanence for obvious reasons, but yeah, heroes aren't really playing traps right now. Anyways, this is Magistry Alchemist. It is a normal trap with a hard once per turn effect. It says banish 4 hero monsters from your graveyard or face-up field, then target 1 hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. Then if you banish Earth, Fire, Wind, and Water monsters to activate this card, go planet. Double the special summon monster's original attack. Also negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Okay, so that's kind of like, rank up Numeron Force that has that same type of effect where it negates all the face-up cards your opponent controls. Honestly, the gist of this card is just kind of obvious. It's too damn slow for heroes. They don't really run trap cards unless they're like, cards that can be activated from the hand when going second, like Impermanence. But I don't even think that the activation conditions of this card are really all that difficult because heroes do load their graveyard up fairly quickly, but it's just too damn slow. This type of card, I would imagine you would mainly want to use during your turn so that you could kind of attack with that monster and potentially end the game as quickly as possible. The fact that it negates all your opponent's face-up cards means maybe you could use it to, I guess disrupt one of your opponent's plays or something like that. But honestly, this card is like pretty simple. It's just too damn slow and too situational. Why not just play something like Monster Reborn that can instantly get one of your monsters back? Like, it's cute that it summons the monster with double its original attack, and it's cute that it can summon things like Plasma from the graveyard or some of your fusion monsters from the graveyard. Like, that's all fine and dandy, but honestly, it's just really not worth the trouble. If you're going first, you'd be better off with a defensive trap, and if you're going second, you'd be better off with an extender that can help you just kill your opponent. So this card doesn't really work as either one of those cards consistently, in my opinion. So honestly, I would stay away from this card under any circumstances, but I feel like this hero support so far it's been okay. I think the fusion monster so far is the highlight. I think definitely people will run that. I really like what that card opens up for heroes, and we'll see if we get a new field spell that maybe will unlock favorite hero. Anyways, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.